What is going on YouTube? In today's video, we're going to be looking at 10 mistakes Dashers make while DoorDashing. I will be showing you guys 2 shifts that I did this week that went badly and the mistakes I made that caused me to make $5 to $10 an hour less than I normally do. Watch this video all the way through to avoid the mistakes that I make so you can make more money during your shift. So without further ado, let's jump into our Monday shift and see what went wrong.
So it's currently 10:44 in the morning. We got our first order. It's from Uber Eats. It's bringing us up north, which is good. We're trying to end up in the Boston downtown area today.
That was the first mistake I made today, which is deciding to work in Boston. While the orders in downtown Boston are usually slightly better than my still popular Boston suburb area, the drive there is 1 hour from my current location. For a 7-hour shift, that's not long enough for me to decide to go an hour away. Think of it like this: a 10-hour shift where you commute an hour away is only 8 hours of active time, considering you have to take an hour out to drive there and back. That's 2 hours wasted, spent not making any money. I understand some people have to drive a decent ways to a busier area to DoorDash, and if that's the case, it's going to be more efficient for you to work longer days. The point is, don't be that person that drives 1 hour to DoorDash for 3 hours and then drives back another hour to go back home. Whoa, what the is that?
Hi, my name is Dashy. I was sent here by DoorDash CEO Tony Shu to teach you how to be the perfect DoorDash employee.
No, Dashy, we're not interested in that. We're only interested in how to make the most amount of money possible for ourselves as drivers.
Tony says that's not good.
Wow, you sound pretty brainwashed. You must be one of those people who go around DoorDashing with a bunch of DoorDash stickers on your car.
Actually, I've got the DoorDash logo as my nose, so yeah, I guess you could say that.
So we just got a super good Instacart order. $22 for only 8 items. Stop and shop. This should be easy.
This next mistake to avoid is for Instacart shoppers, and is do not accept orders from stores that don't list the aisle the item is in on the app, as those orders will take you much longer to do. You have to know the stores in your area to do this. For example, I know that Stop and Shop always has the items listed by aisle on the app, so I always do orders from them. So then we get this order. I'm not super familiar with where this order is, and I ended up getting stuck in major traffic. I ended up missing a turn, and 10 minutes got added as a detour to my route, and I ended up having to cancel the order altogether. And this is mistake number 3, which is DoorDashing aimlessly in unfamiliar areas. This could cause you to deliver to dead zones and waste time driving around searching for areas that are good. You should at the very least check the map for hotspots in areas with a lot of restaurants, but it's best to stick to one area to become an expert on that one area.
If you're experiencing a medical emergency, drop off your DoorDash order first and then drive yourself to the nearest hospital.
Dashy, that's terrible advice. So we ended up completing these orders for the rest of the day before we went home, and we only made $134.48 in 7 hours for a total of $19.21 an hour, which is extremely bad. We drove back and forth in Boston, which is a lot of miles. Another mistake Dashers make is they don't track their miles, which they need for tax season. An easy way to track your miles is with the GridWise app. Simply select Start Tracking and End Tracking when you're done. Now let's take a look at day number 2.
So the first order of the day is a CVS Shop and Deliver, $14. Solid start to the day, and it's dropping off next to the Braintree Mall, which is the hottest spot in our market.
Another huge mistake DoorDashers could make is getting deactivated from canceling too many orders. These are the percentages that you could get deactivated for falling under. Uber Eats varies per market, but I wouldn't go below 85%.
We're going to stop at McDonald's and ask for a water cup because I forgot to bring some.
And that brings us to mistake number 6, which is not bringing food and water during your shifts. Buying food during your shift costs you time and money. It's a lose-lose situation. Just take a look at Bill and Joe. They're both at $100 at noon, both DoorDashing. One decides to go buy KFC and the other eats food from home. Bill takes an hour break to drive to KFC, eat the food, wait for the food, while Joe just eats it while he's driving, staying efficient. And look, Bill's got $90 at 1 p.m. and Joe's got $125. Who would you rather be? Now imagine doing that every day over the course of a month.
We just got this order from Uber Eats. It's a lot of miles. The drop-off location is pretty decent, so we're accepting that.
And this brings us to mistake number 7, which is failing to recognize factors about your orders that will slow you down. This order looks a whole lot better than it is. Number 1, it's in a high traffic area, which is going to slow me down a lot. Difficult restaurant parking. I had to cross the street and park almost a 3-minute walk away from the restaurant to get there. And it's a double order. I'm not saying double orders are bad, but I would definitely rather accept a $19 11-mile one restaurant order than a double order going the same distance. Here are other factors to avoid when looking at an order, whether you should accept it or not. Our next mistake is taking orders that take you way out of your zone. As you can see, this order takes us 10 miles south, which was a mistake taking because there wasn't any really good hotspots there. Are you kidding me? The house is like 0.2 miles that way. There's these rocks blocking the road. We gotta do a little running. We got some time to go. It is now raining. I don't really feel like going out in the rain, especially after having to run with a 24-pack of water in my hand. So I'm gonna do anything and everything I can to keep dry right now, which there's only one way to do that, and that's with the DoorDash hat. So let's go do this. I realized at the last second I can't do that because I gotta protect the food from this rain. But we're gonna drop it off, then we're gonna use the hat on the way back. Dang, that sucks. So this order right here is not the greatest, but it's gonna bring us back up to the area that we need to be for the dinner shift. It gives us a nice break because it's gonna rain while we shop. Honestly, DoorDash orders and Uber Eats orders are always better in the rain, but I don't really want to be in the rain right now. What's wrong, Dashy? What's with the long face?
It's wet and cold.
Poor Dashy. And this teriyaki steak tips looks like dog poop. And our last 3 mistakes are going to be mistakes that lots of beginners make. A common mistake that newbies make is caring about acceptance rate. Acceptance rate does not matter. It will not get you deactivated, and you will not get better orders if you have a high acceptance rate. Mistake number 9 is not utilizing DoorDash support. If the restaurant is closed when you get there, you could call DoorDash support and receive half pay for showing up to the restaurant. And the last mistake is something a lot of newbies do, and is they wait for every order no matter what. For some reason, when people start DoorDashing, they feel obligated that they have to complete the order. You only have to complete the order if you accept the food. So if the restaurant's taking an hour, or if you're just waiting in a long drive-thru, you could cancel it to stay above a high cancellation rate like I talked about earlier.
Alright, so we just got this order right here. It's probably gonna be our last order of the day. It's pretty good. It's more than $2 a mile. Let's go pick it up.
So we made $173.62 in the second day, in 8 hours and 30 minutes for an hourly rate of $20.42. A little bit better than day number 1, but still pretty bad considering I make around $25 to $30 an hour on average in this Boston area. So hit that subscribe button if you learned a thing or two from this video. Hopefully you'll be able to use these tips and tricks in order to increase your hourly pay every single time you go out and DoorDash. Leave a like on the video and we will see you in the next one.